Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to the channel. So I am here with my boy Ryan Wesson. What up?
What's up?
So he's prepared some questions to ask me. He's just recently getting into lifting, and so I thought it'd be super cool to answer his questions on camera. So those of you who are tuning in today that are also getting into lifting or maybe don't know as much as you'd like to can maybe take away something from some of the questions he's gonna ask me. So we're just gonna kick it off. He's gonna ask me a question and we're gonna get going.
What's the most important supplement to take?
So in regards to supplements, I believe that supplements are called supplements for a reason. I believe that they should be supplemented with a good diet and good workouts. So I don't think that they're necessary. But if you're following a consistent diet, consistent workout, then they can definitely aid you in whatever your goal is, whether that's cutting, bulking, like building muscle. But if I had to pick like my favorite supplement, I would say protein, whey isolate protein, just because it helps you hit your protein, your grams of protein, your macros for the day. So if you're kind of like slacking on that, if you ate something during the day that's kind of higher in carbs or higher in fat and you're kind of lacking in the protein consumption for the day, protein powder is great. Protein powder is also good post-workout too, because it can definitely get protein synthesis started. And some people, there's that debate going on whether or not that 30-minute anabolic window is legit or not. I like to take protein post-workout regardless, just because I know that my muscles are depleted of glycogen and my body can use some protein and some sugar. But protein is probably my favorite. I like pre-workout when I'm feeling down, and BCAAs are good too to aid in muscle recovery because they're just branched chain amino acids, which are the building blocks of protein. But that's enough of that question. Going on to the second one.
How often should you eat?
Okay. So in my opinion, if you are wanting to kind of like rev up your metabolism and kind of get your metabolism going, you should eat every like 2 to 3 hours. That'll kind of boost how much energy you're burning, your body's burning. But from my personal opinion, I think that when it comes down to what you eat from the beginning of the day to the end of the day, wow, I'm all over the place. Whatever you eat from the beginning of the day to the end of the day, as long as you hit your goal calories of whether or not like you're trying to gain weight, if you're in a surplus, or if you're trying to like lose weight, kind of like shred up, you should make sure that whatever you ate throughout the day is less than your daily caloric expenditure. So basically what that comes down to is your bodily functions, like your body just resting. Like if you were just like sit here all day, it's gonna burn a certain amount of calories. And then whatever you go into the gym and do, that's gonna burn calories too. So if you eat more than what you exert, then you're going to build muscle because you're gonna be in an anabolic state. And if you eat less than how much you expend in the gym and just like bodily functions, then you're gonna lose weight. So
Anything that can disrupt your training as you're building?
Ooh, there's lots of things that can disrupt your training. Honestly, the thing that's disrupted my training a lot is lack of sleep. Getting sleep is super crucial to building a good physique and making sure that your muscles get proper rest time. I'd say, where are your priorities at? Because, if you want to build muscle and you want to be, you want to build a good physique, you have to be committed to, making sure that you're eating right and eating the right amount and making sure that you're hitting your workouts. So I'd say, just making sure that you have your priorities straight. Like if your buddies are like, hey, like let's go out, drink and get poop faced, and you're like, you could either go or you can choose to, go to the gym and stay on the plan and hit your workout. I'd say, what it comes down to is where your priorities are. And I think that friends and a social life can also kind of be deterrents away from kind of your achieving your goal physique. But I also think that they can be, that it can help achieve your pro physique. I mean, I'm your friend, and we're here, lifting, and we're gonna do stuff outside of the gym, and that's what it comes down to. You don't want your whole life to be the gym, but you should always make time for the gym. That's my belief on that.
When you're doing exercise, what's the difference between going slower and faster on reps?
Totally. So the faster you go, like quick movements, explosive movements are going to activate type 2 muscle fibers, which will ultimately, the more you get those going and put them to use, the more you're going to be able to explode and increase your strength. And then also with going slow, the whole concept of going slow in a rep is the time under tension. So really, the longer you have the tension on the muscle, like if you're gonna bench press, for example, the slower you bring it down and the slower you bring it up, that's just gonna really ensure that you have good muscle tension the whole time, versus where, like if you just did a normal speed, you don't have that time under tension. So moving slower really allows your muscles to like freak out and be like, what the heck are you doing to me? And because, like I was telling you earlier, that if you want to build muscle, it's all about putting stress on the body, and so you have to give your muscles a reason to grow. And so by going slower, you're putting more tension on the muscles, which is going to give them a reason to grow.
And is that for every workout, like what you want to do, or not every workout?
There's a time and place for both, but that's pretty. I mean, it's really detailed.
Kind of like with speed work and whatnot, right?
Right. Yeah, I like to incorporate a little bit of both. Like, how like earlier this week we did a speed leg day. We focused on a lot of like explosive movements for those type 2 muscle fibers, and he did not like it. And then we did just like regular leg lifting. So.
Let's see. What's the worst thing you could do when training, like actually in the gym?
I'd say the worst thing you can do is break your form, and we've talked about that too. But you should always make sure that whatever exercise you're doing, doesn't matter if it's squat, deadlift, bicep curl, you should always make sure that you're performing those movements with the correct form. Because if you don't, that's going to lead to injury, that's going to put you out of the gym, and it's not good to be in the hospital with a broken, you name it. So I'd say the most important thing in the gym is to make sure that you're performing each lift with correct form.
What's the worst thing that you could eat in your diet?
This is such a simple answer, and it's anything that doesn't follow your diet. So it doesn't matter if you're doing like bro coaching, where there's a guy that's like writing you up like you can only eat chicken, tilapia, and veggies, or if somebody's like putting a little bit of extra like leniency in your diet, where like as long as you like on a high carb day, for example, if you like ate as much veggies as you were required to, if you want to go have some froyo, like I definitely think that should be you should be able to do that. So I think that the only diet mistake you can really make is falling off your diet. Because for me, as long as I hit my micronutrients, as long as I make sure I get my protein in, like I'll fit in like an Arctic Zero ice cream, or I'll do like pre-workout Skittles, like just fun stuff, because nobody wants to follow like a cookie cutter diet forever. It's not sustainable. Because we all have those cravings and we all want something sweet, and it's better to like throw those in when you can, versus then just like holding the craving and then just going all out and having this giant binge that's gonna completely like destroy like your mindset, and you're gonna be thinking like, oh my gosh, like I worked so hard this week and now I just destroyed all my progress with this huge binge. Even though like you probably didn't destroy like all your hard work, like you definitely made like a dent in like your progress and like all that work you were putting in, but you didn't completely destroy it. So just to avoid that mindset in general, I'd say the best thing is to just follow your diet, fit in the things that you like to eat, which is why flexible dieting, if it fits your macros, is solid, because you have X amount of protein you can eat a day, X amount of carbs, X amount of fat, and as long as you hit your micronutrients, make sure you're getting good food sources, fitting in something that you want to eat, that's not necessarily the best for you, it's completely okay. So yeah, any other questions?
No, I'm all set.
Cool, that's sick. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys took something away. Ryan's a stud, and we're about to go hit a crazy workout, so he's gonna be dead. Peace out.